come through, crochet outfit and hair and everything. You look gorgeous. You look gorgeous. Okay. My question for you is, because Angel is one of my favorite characters personally, I love the show. Where did you find the inspiration to play Angel?
Well, Angel, a lot of her experiences are really parallel to my own. So I think like the experiences that I've had in my life inspired me. My love for my community inspired me, and also the opportunity that I was given to have a regular role on television as one of my first projects was also very inspiring to me. To create Angel, well, to tell her story, but yeah, I think like all of those things were in my inspiration for Angel.
My next question for you is, what do you want people to take away from the show that may not be familiar with the experiences of trans women, of people of color, queer, everything? What do you want them to know about your experience?
I think it's really important to respect experiences that you don't have, and that you don't understand, you know. I think there's a lot to learn from Pose for people who have been, you know, like, I think trans people are one of the most marginalized groups in human society, because there's a lot of bias toward trans people. Even I think in the gay community, there's a lot of bias toward trans people. So I think, shit, oh my God, I'm sorry, I forgot your question as I was...
It's okay. No, it's okay. It's just, what do you want people to take away from, they may not be familiar with the experiences of trans people, what do you want them to take away from the show?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that it's really important to respect experiences that you don't have. And I think like the show is going to be able to help people to unpack their biases toward trans people. I don't know, I think people accuse trans people and queer people of harm, societal harm, and there's literally nothing harmful about existing while queer or trans. And I think the show will allow people to see that the only people that are causing harm in context to trans and queer people are the folks who are igniting bias and violence because of it. I think
that's a beautiful answer.
That's, you know, what people should take away from the show. You know, to be respectful of experiences that you don't have, and to be humble enough to, you know, learn and ask questions about things you don't know or experience. I think just because, you know, a truth that exists isn't yours doesn't mean that it's illegitimate or non-existent. And I think people should also keep in mind that the Bible hasn't been consistently the greatest, I think, foundation for interactional ethics between humans. You know, it's not a great thing to relate to pick and choose who to respect and who not to. You know, because there are things in the Bible like child marriage and non-consensual love that occurs with women that, you know, as an example, that aren't really feasible or I think respectable toward the existence of women. So I think like the same thing toward, you know, trans people. I think trans people also deserve respect just as much as anyone else. And I think the most important thing, I think when people think about how they should treat or respect trans people in context to God, is that I think God is love, you know, because the reason why I'm mentioning religion, the reason why I'm mentioning God and religion is because I think that's the foundation that people retrieve their biases and violence from, where they feel justified in that. So yeah, you know, it's important to remember that God is love, and that was the thing, you know, about God, you know, like loving people.
What can you tell us about Angel and Stan?
For season 1?
For season 2, because I remember at the end of season 1, they're separated now. She was left in the apartment by herself. So going into season 2, are we going to get a little bit more of Angel and Stan?
I think we're going to get a lot of growth from Angel and evolution, you know, and, you know, evolution and growth are really important parts of progression, especially when time has passed. You know, there's a time hop, and, you know, I mean, we'll get to see, you know, how that relationship transforms in season 2 in context of the time that has passed.
It's my favorite relationship on the show. I'm rooting for them. I know that they have a lot going on in their relationship, but I'm rooting for them. So, and I'm rooting for you. I love you. I think you're the best. Yes. Thank you.